Hi there everyone and welcome to Manchester Airport. We're going to go inside because it's rather loud out here. But today we're going to take this Australian Airlines A320 a quick trip from here in Manchester over to Vienna. So without further ado, let's get in the cockpit and get going. Alrighty, just like that we are in the cockpit and the noise levels are a bit nicer. I'm going to turn the audio level down for the game actually. Just so that you can hear me a bit more than you can the game. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a free flight planner today to do our flight planning. We're going from Manchester. What if I can remember Vienna? LO. You know what? No, it's LOWW. That's a shame that I forgot that. So that's our flight today. Yeah, we'll use high altitude airways ideally because we're going to go to high altitude. Go figure. I'm not calculating TOD and top points, I just want a route from this. There you go, that is our route today. So what we'll do is basically plonk this in. It'll be a SID to Napex, and then Mike 16, sorry, then direct DOLAS, and then Lima 603 airway to Bacut, and then Uniform Lima 603 airway all the way to Esati, and then Uniform Lima 984 airway all the way to Osbit. I may just put these in as direct twos again because of the stuff there, and then a SID into Vienna. At the moment, pretty clear in the UK, bit of weather as we get into Europe, but we can cover off on that. We've got a bit of a tailwind component on the way down, which will be fun. Yeah, pretty fun. Alright, so I'm going to stick this on this side. And we'll go FMGC. McDo menu, FMGC, Inish. We'll do EGCC / LOWW. Zap. Flight number. We'll do AUA 45 Alpha. Completely fictional, I don't really care. Cost index 50, so it's fairly economical. Flight level 350 on the way. We'll fill that in once we have a fuel calculation, which I'll do once I have a route plugged in. Now, let's check those winds at Manchester. 1904, so it's heading 190 is the wind, basically where it's coming from, so departure 23 is closer to that, and it'll be 23 is a westbound runway, so it'll be 23 Lima that we land on, so I take off from, sorry. And then our first waypoint we said was going to be Napex. Is there Apex SID? No, there isn't. Stand by whilst we check the charts. There we go, we'll get this up here. So I recommend using VATSIM for charts because they actually use the correct charts basically. I completely forgot the word for them. Yep, great, accept. So these are sorry, I'm just really quickly looking here. So these are the AIP charts. These are issued by the UK government, or by the UK AIP, sorry. What we'll do is we'll replan. It's basically wanting to go pretty due east, so we'll go to Listo and then go from there. So Listo to Yankee for us today. Get that inserted. And from Listo it's direct Napex. Napex to DOLAS. And I shall do that, and then Airways. And actually, so it's so is it what letting me do? Oh, 3 airway. I'm trying to figure out basically because I've forgotten the format because I've not done this for so long. Oh no, it appears to be accepting Lima 603 airway. Convenient. To back up. And then LOWW direct. And then most of the journey on Uniform Lima 603 now. Almost the waypoints, I should say. Oh, that's fun. After LOWW, we'll go to Valley. We'll do the insert as well, just in case that was confusing it. Airways. Then we said Uniform Lima 603 airway. Huh, okay. Well, we'll just do it direct too, so that's fine. Valley, Basno. Basno waypoint, for those of you wondering at home, is pretty much over the top of Amsterdam. That's how far we've made it in the journey today. Then it's Sepam, which is actually from memory near Schiphol. Really? Okay, we'll skip Sepam because it is on a straight line. And go straight to Sogpo. From there it's Tebro. It's weird how I hear airway names, because I've not done much flying recently, but it used to be a staple part of what I did, like after school and stuff. And words like Tebro are just such a throwback. Really? Comot's not in either, that's fine. After that it's direct GMH. So this is something I was actually discussing with someone who was in the sort of community of flight sim. What have I done there? There we go. You saw there that there were two GMHs. One was 9,000 miles away. So that's obviously not the one that we're going to. It's good practice to cross-reference the lat and longs, but yeah. Setting. Osbet. Barzoom. Exos. Exos Mori. See what I did there? So funny. Lula. Lular. Rudap. Abudo. We are now actually within Austrian airspace, I believe. Yeah, we are. Oh. Wonderful. Let's try Budek, because that's right next to it, within like a mile. Nope. Apparently none of those waypoints exist, which is fine, and that is our terminal waypoint on the way in to Vienna. So we'll insert that. Zap. I'll leave that discontinuity there. But the what we'll do now is we'll go to plan mode. And basically you can see the departures here. Basically what we're looking for is spikes. Like this. GMH is getting pulled. again, it's on a straight line section of sky, so in before GMH was actually correct. This is really annoying. I don't know if I managed to do it with my camera, but it's frigging annoying. Okay, Tesco is going to be the one. Was going to be the one to go. So GMH over the top of Tesco, 395 miles. Lose Tesco. Lose the disco. There you go. So that was correct there. So you wouldn't obviously fly this in reality, but I'm using a free flight planning tool. I'm effectively accepting that there are going to be issues. So, in the cockpit, what we'll do is figure out our... If we do the perf page, no, prog page, yes. Trying to figure out what, so distance 809 miles. So time to get my calculator out. So, bear with me a second whilst I get some information up. That's irritating. Oh no, there we have it. That's the information I wanted. So an A320 has a range of about 300 nautical miles. Seems highball. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say, because we are doing 800 miles, bear in mind this will be 300 miles before the tank is dry. We'll load 50% fuel. I'm doing this really unscientifically. 50% gas, which... fuel capacity works out at about 12 tons. I'm not using sim brief SARS. So, pilot brief that I want to be in? No, it's aeroplane setup. Fenix. Mass and balance. This is really irritating. So, we're going to take passengers today. We are going to say we've got planned passenger count of, say, 102. We've recovered well post-COVID. We'll say 4 tons of cargo, which includes sort of bags and some posts we're taking. And fuel, we said that would be 12 tons. So say 12.5. And we'll load the aircraft. Say instant because we are ready to go. Boarding complete. Thank you for that. Inish. So we said our 12.5 was going to be our takeoff weight, or takeoff fuel, sorry, our block fuel. That, and then I can do our zero fuel weight from this. ZFW is 56.1, 29.7, 56.1 slash 29.7. There you have it. So that is our fuel load for the flight. And you can see if we look at flight plan now, it should say exactly 7.5 tons. That's massive fuel to land with. We'll probably land with a bit less than that because of the winds and stuff, but I don't really care. It's just 1 hour 55 minute flight time, absolutely fine by me. So what we're going to do, we are on AP, we have been for the duration. So what we'll do is go ground services, trucks and cones, stairs, cargoes can go, and we'll connect the pushback tug. I am going to put my parking brake on, which it already is. And we are cleared to boogie. So we've got the pushback tug coming up on the front of us. Right, what have I done in this camera here? Zoom type, manual. That should be probably what I'm after. Yeah, and I can... Oh, that was so annoying having that. Sorry about that, guys. What we'll do is go... Just to be safe. And we are basically ready for push. So, what I'll do now that he's hooked up, release my parking brake. Start pushback. Do, 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 do. Seatbelt sign should have been on, lol. APU bleed is on, so we can start our engines. It'll be engine 1 and... we'll do engine 2 then 1. There you go, that is going to be increasing that. I'm going to put myself to arc mode now, which is the mode for flight. We need to do our performance page. We'll do our V-speeds as we get closer to the numbers. Flaps 1. Actually, I'm going to pay attention to the push out. And I want tail that way. Okay, that's fine. But disconnect the tug. Hopefully he doesn't try and force reconnect himself to us. Yeah, he's pulling away, happy days. Engine 2 is a good start. Engine 1 coming online. Beacon should have been on, oops. Fuel pumps. Thing is, like, the A320 is really forgiving aircraft. It does have the fuel pumps on, but it won't, like, fail to start without them. Let me check the ATSU, because it says company message, and I've got no idea what that means. AOC menu, it'll be... Receive messages. Oh, that's work sending the load sheet over, that's fine, we don't need that, we're programmed for that sort of stuff right now. So, whilst that starts, we'll really quickly go over here, do my flight. I don't have a flight. Okay, hang on, departure performance, that's fine. Really quickly, we're doing Manchester, we're doing 2-3 right. Flaps, yeah, just say optimal for everything and no forced toga. Calculate. Oh, wonderful. Takeoff weight is 68.7. Enter. Okay, oh, that works. And then 29.7. Synclav weather, calculate that now. 146, 146, 148. And that is a flaps 1 manoeuvre. Flex temp of 61 degrees Celsius. Never quite understood like what that actually means other than just an arbitrary number Airbus came up with, but you know. Okie doke. Brakes released. We can edge slightly. I'm going to cage my standby ADI. And we're going to roll out to basically do a 260 here. Thought the taxiway led around, my bad. Uh-oh. Sorry. I feel like I'm up here right now. Sorry, awfully sorry. Soz. Uh-oh. Hello. What? That was weird. I actually ended up with an uncommanded pull from the thing there. We're not doing this, are we? There's the old Thomas Cook hanging in front of us. We do miss Thomas Cook. One of my favourite colleagues at the train operator I worked for was actually ex-Thomas Cook crew. Don't know when that little Tams made it up here. Must be a charter job. I need to trim a bit of the reskins I have in. They can see Tam in front of us. And I'm like, yes, but... yeah. Oh, for crying out loud. No! Literally not what I asked you to do, aeroplane. Right. What we'll do is we are going to go F7. I'm not asking it to drive anywhere near this much, aeroplane. Can you insist? I must insist that you desist. Oh my good God. What are you? This is the comedy aeroplane. Right. Auto brake, max. Spoilers. Armed. Takeoff config. Fast. Fast. APU, let's get that offline. Actually, we'll give it its cooldown and we'll turn it off after we do our takeoff roll. Please. Thank you. We're taking 23 Lima, which is good, which is the far runway. Basically, you depart on the left, land on the right. So you'll see when we do our takeoff roll, 23 right. Basically, if you'd landed that way, you'd have to backtrack at the end, turn around and come back. Which I'm sure is what he's done because he's a dingus. But it's just easier, basically, to have aircraft take off towards the turnaround point and recover towards the easy taxi back. Maximises capacity in 10. Right, I just can't be bothered to deal with. Please, and we've got permission to enter apparently at this point. So what we'll do is we're going to cross over the runway, clear on the approach and clear on the approach. Start mode to normal, flaps are set to position 1. I just want my transponder on now. Which is TA, apparently. Hello, A320 comedy aeroplane. I was like, that's weird. I'm on a oh yeah, the airplane just turned itself because I look. Basically, what happens is, and I need to. It's part of me needing to adapt to from playing a lot of DCS and P3D. I can't look and make a flight control, like I can't change our camera angle and make a flight control input because the airplane just ignores everything else I fucking do. Twat. Sorry. Right, I'm going off of this taxiway here. Right, I'm set up for departure, except I need to set my first altitude into the right. We are just going to say cleared out. Yeah, cleared at 15,000, which would never happen in the UK airspace, but I don't care at this point. Everything else is set up for departure. Let's go places. We'll enter from the end. Clear on the approach once again. Take off clearance has been granted. Don't you fucking dare. So just going to do a rolling takeoff. Again, the lights will be turned off from forced to enter, but don't care. I'm not dealing with the Comedy A320 and whatever Flight Sim ATC tries to make me do. Right. So T's and P's are in the good. All greens and master cautions out. Takeoff checks complete. Let's go flying places. We'll take the centre line and then we'll stand up to stand throttles up. Sorry, to flex. Manflex, SRS, Toga. Actually not Toga, but yeah, Manflex SRS. Let's go. H knots cross check. Until I'm used to flying at F-16s with my runway positioning. V1, rotate. V2. Positive rate landing, gear up. Okay, we'll just shut that up. We'll ignore it for now. Get out, okay. Right, fly the flight director. It's now gone, oh wait, you were airborne, oops. So, back to climb. Fly the flight director around. So there you have it, that is us airborne. I can put the autopilot on for now. Apparently my transponder's not on. Oh, there you go, auto. Fix that. So you can see there's no sort of taxiway that leads back there. So they prefer to take you off on this end, line you from the other. After takeoff checks, flaps up. Everything else I'm happy with for now. Turn offs can come up too. Kinda cool, right? Austrian Airlines. Sorry, I'm not used to like Austrian. We don't get them at Newcastle, so I'm used to basically the Czech ATC. Also the Czech departure announcements. And I'm doing a Czech XM today. It's just slightly Germanic, but I don't really care. 5,000 feet, altitude climb, speed mode. Standing. So we've hit an altitude constraints. The airplane's basically saying, I'm leveling off now, which is absolutely fine. We can what standardise. Okay, mid-click. There you go, that's standardised. What we'll do is we'll scroll that up to 35,000 now. Just leave the airplane in managed mode. So it's, in effect, deciding for itself what it wants to do. Now, let's look at this thing. Predictive wind shear, we can turn that on. We should probably turn it on before we got airborne, but oh dear, how sad, never mind. There we go. Barrow ref. There you have that. And we were 1013 throughout, so it didn't really make a difference to us on this flight. Ooh. Pretty lovely the A320. It's one of those aeroplanes. I was used to do 737 through and through kind of person, but now that there's a proper one in a basically, you had the Aerosoft one, which was alright, but it was surface level, and 2 was good. But before that came out, all you really had was 737s from PMDG that were good. Because does anyone remember the Wilco A320 back in the day? I'm going to scroll this out a bit. yeah, it's unfortunate the oh my god, okay, we're 40 miles and then turn up a Listo. That'll be our turn on course. Oh, the Lake District. No, that's not the Lake District, with the Peak District. The Peak District, yes. Just thinking to myself, logos, right? I was looking at that knob there, thinking, is that the Airbus logo? But you know, I genuinely can't remember. Hang on. Yes, it is. That is the Airbus logo. Thought so. They're just like, Airbus is one of those brands that everyone's heard of an Airbus. But no one could probably, like, if you like, you know what I mean, like McDonald's, you've got the golden arches. I'd say arguably everyone's heard of an Airbus, but no one would know the logo. Arguably, I suppose, how many of those them do you need, though? You know, like how much brand recognition do you need? Sorry, he's below. He's slightly above. When that none of those are any conflict. Right, and zap. Something you can do with this, you can do that. You can unplug the iPad. You can see the charging thing goes, and that will start counting down now, which I think is really quite cool. This is honestly like a really wonderful aeroplane. Little stuff like that is just a gimmick, but I think it makes such a big difference. Jump seat, the gloves. Fair enough. A330 articles will pass through 10,000. What we'll do, because we're through 10,000 feet, we'll let loose the seatbelt signs up passengers out the seats. Fun fact, you've got a little compass down here. Alright, well guys, thank you for watching today's little YouTube video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe to see more from me. And don't forget to come back tomorrow when we will be doing the part 2 of the arrival and landing in Vienna. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time.